Hi, Dr. Erica Way with Beyond Wellness,
Hi, I'm Lynn Van with crystalline.co.
and we are here today to talk about an event that we're having on June 11th. We are having Crystals for Vibrant Health, where Lynn is going to come and share all of her amazing wisdom on how crystals impact our physical, emotional, and spiritual health. We're doing this on the full moon in Sagittarius because there's some deep meaning there. And if we want to illuminate new learnings and higher perspectives, we thought this would be the perfect day. So we're going to have an opportunity to hear from who I believe is the master of this knowledge, how she uses crystals to help others in their healing process. So where do you start when people come to work with you and with your amazing crystals?
So, one of the things that I look at is helping someone scan their energy body and looking at their chakras. So, we have 7 main energy centers called chakras, and there are crystals that can help support and heal certain things within the body if you're just working with one crystal. So I fully believe that crystals can help stabilize your energy field, and that is one of the main characteristics of crystals. Every single one of them, they were given to us as tools to help stabilize the energy body, and in turn supporting the physical, emotional, mental, well-being.
You know, that's so fascinating that you say that, because when I work with people and they're coming because they've been to a lot of different places and I haven't really found what they're looking for, but when they come and they're trying something new, if it's maybe a new supplement or a new diet change, or maybe they're trying to work on their subconscious emotional traumas with QNRT, or they're going for the big kahunas and they're working with the harmonic egg. One thing that I find that can throw them off course is that they lose stability energetically. And maybe you could say, oh, do they not kind of remember what their goals are? Or that sometimes things can be overwhelming or so new that there's a centering that that has been really helpful. And Carrot, when I have all of your beautiful stones in the clinic, people are really drawn to those. And I thought, I see it, but I don't always fully understand it.
Yeah. So, what you were saying about people coming in here for services, and sometimes when they leave, they lose the stability because of our everyday life. So, what is so amazing about the crystal is it's something physical. It's something that you can actually program with your intentions and your own energy. And with you being here, you can help them bring that energy from this space, and whatever they were working on, their goals, it gets stabilized within that stone or that crystal, and taking it home with you, you're taking home those intentions and reminding them of the goals that they came in here to work on.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, I really could do more of that. And I feel like it's true in my own meditation room. And so are you going to be showing us how to like infuse intentions in crystals?
Oh, yes. So on June 11th, when we do our workshop, I will be teaching you how to set intentions with your crystals, how to cleanse them, how to work with them on the physical, emotional, spiritual, mental well-being. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious, what excites you about crystals?
Well, first off, they're so beautiful and sparkly, and we love sparkly
We
things.
do like sparkly things, that's true.
But actually, I started working with crystals for primarily my spiritual experience, and I really felt that the stones called to me, in 2013. Yeah,
Oh, wow,
2013.
okay.
And I didn't really know what crystals and stones were, and they came to me in a meditation, and ever since then they've been helping me through my journey in life. Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because we were just talking about 2013 today, and about the cycle that's happening right before this Sagittarius full moon. I mean, you'd think it's just it's synchronicity at its finest. So there was a 14 or a 12-year cycle where Jupiter was last in Cancer and now is coming back into Cancer. And Jupiter is the ruler of this full moon. So there's just so much energy. And as I was thinking about it this morning and kind of reading about it, when we think about Jupiter as the expansion planet or the luck planet, abundance, travel, higher learning, higher consciousness planet, moving into Cancer where it's exalted, where it not only lives but it thrives, unlike Gemini, which is really hard for it, what we're seeing is this new movement, this new awakening, this new energy, renewed energy for self-care. And I think sometimes what people don't always know, at least from my experience, is where to start. So I remember early on in my journey, I'd see these crystals and they were amazing and beautiful, and I'd want them, but I didn't know what they were for. And if I think back, wouldn't that have been awesome to have that knowledge closer to the beginning of my journey? Of course, we have to trust that everything happens at its right time and its right place, because I didn't know you yet. But now we can learn not only kind of the general things about how to infuse the energy, and maybe you can share some of your favorite stones when working with the physical body, emotional body, and energetic body, but then maybe go into more detail if you want to know more at the event on the 11th. So go ahead, tell us a little bit about your favorite stones that you like to start with.
So just referencing to you speaking about Jupiter and it being the stone of expansion, good luck, abundance, one of my favorite stones is citrine, and that is also a stone I recommend for beginners, or I guess you don't have to be a beginner, but it's a stone for the solar plexus, and also during this event, citrine will be one of the stars of the show, because it is the stone of abundance, success, good luck. It helps you with your inner power, your confidence. That's coming back to the self-care piece.
Okay.
And one thing I love doing with citrine is just holding it where my solar plexus is, which is here at the core of your belly, and just sitting with it for, even if you just have a minute, it helps kind of expand the solar plexus out, open up the energy there, and just asking it to fill the body up with its energy, and it really feels like the sun is just the sun's rays, or just, I don't know, if you come to the workshop, we will do it together, so you can really experience what that feels like.
That actually sounds amazing. And I think what's interesting too is Jupiter, right, again, the expansion planet, is leaving Gemini, which is mind and thinking and like throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks. I think that's what the last year and a half has really felt like. Coming into like this emotional Cancer, this, self-care, self-love energy of Cancer, that nurturing, self-nurturing, the idea of just sitting with and being just in peace and quiet with a stone or a thought or an intention. I think that's really where we can start to amplify some of these things. And what we can talk about is on the 11th is how we use our chakras and crystals during a meditation, because that is really a stabilizing process and ritual for daily grounding in intentions for self-care and health.
Yeah, so, and in the workshop, we will be going over each of the 7 chakras, and there will be 7 different stones that I'll be talking about that can help support each of the chakras and how it can support your physical body and certain parts in the body. So that'll be another really interesting piece
That will be
that
fun.
I'm so excited to share with everyone.
So what do you like to, I mean, what is the most common stone or stones that
Yeah.
you use for like supporting emotional health with your clients?
So I love doing ocean jasper.
Oh.
It's super nurturing and calming. Has like a motherly feel to me.
Mm-hmm.
Another stone is celestite. It has this kind of angelic frequency to it, um, and it really helps calm your mind, your body. It's so, I don't know, it just helps you kind of just go with the flow, and releasing anxiety.
Almost like it helps you raise your vibration up above anxiety.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and speaking of amplifying, we will definitely be working with, clear quartz. It is the most common stone and one of the most powerful stones. It is the master healer and it is the amplifier. So we're speaking about amplifying energies.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but when we have a room full of people with the same intentions, it really helps us amplify that energy and also making things and creating things and bringing it into the physical reality and creating the highest timeline.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is something that we could all spend more time exposed to is a higher timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So come join us on June 11th at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at Beyond Wellness in Oakdale, Minnesota. And if you want to come early, we'll be here at 5:30 and we can chat and mingle.
Look at some amazing stones.
Look at amazing stones. So you can come at 5:30 to look at the stones. We'll have some time after as well, so after 7:30 for about 30 minutes. And I will have stones curated just for the event. And if you have any questions before and or after the event, we will be here to answer your questions.
So looking forward to seeing you all there. And if you can't make it in because there isn't a place where construction isn't, I think you know what I'm talking about, you can join it on Instagram Live, correct?
Oh, yes. I will be live on my Instagram page, crystallyn.co, and I will link it below. And we'll save the video as well and post it.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining. Looking forward to seeing you on June 11th.